Hey everybody, it's Casey Dimon here, TaxSaleAcademy.com. Today I'm going to tell you about a story that happened to me personally, and it was both humbling and truthfully it was very, very embarrassing. Many years ago, I spent a considerable amount of time investing in properties throughout one state. In fact, I spent more than a month living in hotels and traveling from one auction to the next auction. They had auctions nearly every single day of the week. This was an incredible learning experience, and I was able to purchase a significant amount of real estate very quickly. This was also, of course, before online bidding became so widely spread and so popular, so this type of intense traveling from auction to auction isn't really needed in many of the states now. Now, during the middle of this trip, my wife, she might have even been my fiance, maybe it was before we got married, she came to visit. I'd done extremely well the prior weeks, and I was excited to spend some time with her and to show her some of my investments. A week prior, I had purchased 3 homes in one city. Prior to that auction, I performed all the research that I deemed standard for me at the time. For the structures, for instance, I drove by them, I researched their histories, I called the county offices and the city office to kind of learn all I could about them. Now, due to my schedule, I'd performed all the research the moment that this list was posted, which was about 60 days prior to this auction. Now, I knew that one of the 3 properties was on the city's condemned list. This didn't really concern me a whole lot because I knew the structure did have issues, but I was prepared to talk to the city and either bring this property back to life myself or I was going to wholesale it to somebody who would do that. And I'd done this a number of times in this specific city, so I wasn't really concerned about a piece of property being on the condemned list. So my wife arrived. We went directly from the airport to look at these 3 homes. I showed her the first 2, and we really discussed how great of an investment these properties were and how I was getting them so cheap and how we'd make quite a bit of money off of them. When we plugged the last home into the GPS, the address was 1124 Wood Street. We turned the corner and I told her it'd be the 4th house on the left. So we counted them. House number 1, house number 2, house number 3, and then I became confused. I looked and I found a house with an address of 1122 and another with an address of 1126. Between the addresses is something that I'll never forget. It's where 1124 was supposed to be. But it was a freshly scraped lot. And sitting in the middle of that lot was a large bulldozer with the city's emblem emblazoned on the side as if to taunt me. The house that I had purchased just a week ago was now gone. It was leveled. After I got over the embarrassment and after my wife got over her shock, I then became worried about how large the demolition bill would be that I would probably be responsible for. I called the city on the spot, and I learned that the property had been placed on the demolition list about a month prior to the auction, which was after I did my research. And it was demolished 2 days before that auction took place. So I kind of lucked out. The moral of the story here is, of course, to make sure that your research is accurate and fresh. As luck would have it, I wasn't responsible for demolition costs because it did happen before the sale of the auction. If it had happened the day after the auction, I would be on the hook for that. What happened here is I used this as a learning lesson, and now I ensure my research is up to date and that I've contacted every single city and county office to make sure I have a thorough understanding of what's going on in that property to make sure I don't end up in a situation like this again. You need to be an informed investor. And the city and the county really want you to be an informed and responsible investor. They are there to help you because they want responsible property owners. I really hope you've learned from my story and my embarrassment. If you'd like to hear more stories about my tax sale investing career, including my failures, my embarrassments, or you're interested in investing in tax sale properties, head on over to my website at TaxSaleAcademy.com. Again, that's TaxSaleAcademy.com. Have a great day, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.